Hi there, I'm DaMel Smith. Currently, I am a Color Key educator for Color Me by Kevin Murphy, and I love the line so much that now I'm auditioning to become a Gold Key or session stylist for the Kevin Murphy product line. In my video today, I will be demonstrating the Screen Siren Kit by Kevin Murphy. I hope you enjoy, and thanks for considering me. Okay, so we have Abby completely blow dried and ready to go. We put in some anti-gravity in her hair just for some hold and some versatility. One of my favorite things is to not shampoo your hair on a daily basis. So Kevin Murphy products are absolutely amazing when it comes to that, because you can go days without washing and layer the product to create different looks. So what we're going to do is start with this section of her hair, and I'm just going to turn and show you how we're going to use the entire side section here and put that into one of the Kevin Murphy rollers to begin our Screen Siren set. Everybody chooses to use a little bit different size rod. I personally like a little bit of a smaller one. I feel like it gives us a bit of a stronger hold and a tighter wave. So we're going to start about eye level on her, because we don't want to create a ton of volume at the top. And literally ribbon around the hair, kind of catching anything that falls out, making sure your wrist will naturally twist as you're wrapping around the iron. So we want to make sure that we're keeping that unwound as much as possible. That little short piece, we'll just let that stay out. We'll put that in the roller after we add a little bit of heat to it. So I usually leave it on about 20 or 30 seconds. Make sure it's really good and hot. And then you're gonna grab your Kevin Murphy roller. And I usually start right where I started with that iron, catching all of that hair. Twisting this to make sure we don't leave any dents. And attaching it just like that. We're just gonna let that one stay there and cool. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to go over to this side, and we're going to break that up into two sections. As Abby has in her hair, she has a little section of her hair that's shaved. What you can't see is there's an awesome little tattoo underneath there of a bow, but right now it's covered up with her hair. So I'm going to divide this into two sections because her hair is actually pretty thick, and this is a slightly large chunk to be putting in that roller, and I want to make sure that her wave is the best around her face, especially on the heavy part of her side. I'm going to go up a little bit higher, and that'll help that wave start a little bit higher than normal as well too. Just going to smooth it out with my Kevin Murphy comb. And I want to make sure that I'm really catching all of those layers. So I'm going to set this section with a little bit of Kevin Murphy hair resort spray, and that'll give some heat protection to it as well too. Again with my iron, keeping it horizontal, making sure I'm not twisting. I'm really gonna hold those layers in the best I can. Going back to the larger roller. Twisting. And we'll let that set. I'm going to turn her around and show you how to section in the back, dividing her hair into two major sections. Her hair is quite long here for the Screen Siren look, so I'm going to do some of the hair resort spray here as well too, just to really ensure we have good hold. Subdividing these two sections, and I'm actually going to go a little bit of a smaller section on that top layer just so I can get a nice strong wave pattern. Protecting it with a little hair resort spray plus giving it some hold. Again, keeping the iron horizontal. Making sure I'm not twisting at all. Drop that out. Grab the roller. Start at that first bend. On first, and then I roll it up. That way I can ensure that we get a little bit more of an eddy curl there. Okay, so we're gonna let her cool now for about 10 minutes, and then we'll come back and we'll take them out. So now that we've got her completely cooled off, we're gonna go ahead and start pulling the rollers out. I actually prefer to unwind them as I take them out, just to really hold that curl pattern. That way I can place it where I want, either with my fingers or with the Kevin Murphy comb. This is such a great way to style your hair for holiday parties, weddings. It gives you so much more of a polished, more glamorous look. So you can see kind of what we have going on in the back. Remember, again, we're not looking for a ton of volume up here. We want all of the action to be down here at the bottom. And I like that because everybody wants that hair kind of to be off of their face. Otherwise, they're constantly moving it out of the way with their hands, which is going to break down the product, and then that essentially is going to allow that curl to fall out. So I'm going to put the pin there, set it with a little bit of the session spray. Just going to put a tiny bit of session spray all over, just for a little added extra hold to it. The great thing about the session spray is that it's completely workable, so you can spray and brush through and recreate from day to day. Okay, so I'm just going to start with my fingers and breaking these up. I'm really using the comb to put the hair in the direction that I want it in. And we could always go back through with a little undressed, or even Night Rider if we wanted an even smoother look to it. But we're gonna try a brand new product that just came out called Do Over. And this is gonna help add a little bit of volume and a little bit more texture. I'm gonna kind of section through, spray it in. This is a hair powder, dry shampoo, and a bit of session spray all in one. And what this is going to do is just kind of keep it really nice and full in that bottom area. And if you haven't smelled it, the smell is absolutely amazing. Then I like to just kind of push that in the hair a little bit with my hands. Again, take my Kevin Murphy comb and just detail a little bit more. Most often when I do this style, I'll actually take this side and either tuck it or pin it back. It gives it a little bit more of a polished look and kind of helps keep it off her face throughout the night. We've set those bangs to stay off of her face and out of her way. Another thing you can do with your Kevin Murphy comb is just go underneath the entire section, back combing slightly all the way down. This is going to accentuate your waves and add a little bit more volume to them. This will pull any flying waves down, and it's going to help it to last for the entire night. This is my Screen Siren look. Thank you.